Well, Stevie Nicol, that was the perfect example of not taking your chances and being punished for it, as far as Chelsea are concerned, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're always going to have games like this during the season, particularly at home, when you're playing against a side who are going to try and defend and try and get you on the counter. And in those sorts of games, it's about a little piece of individual brilliance, a little bit of luck, just getting it done. And unfortunately, Chelsea, although they got themselves ahead, just couldn't take advantage of the opportunities and the pressure that they had on Burnley. And while you're only one down, teams like Burnley will never stop and never give in. And they got a late equaliser. So the only criticism you can put at Chelsea really is the fact that they didn't take the chances. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. They did get a point, although it's not what they want. You got to put this down to one of those games, really.
Yeah. And you must have played in many of those for Liverpool with so much possession, so many chances, and it isn't your day.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, you have games like this. Listen, it doesn't help when your main strikers are not playing. Lukaku's out, yeah. Timo Werner's out. So, I mean, Chelsea have been lucky this year that they've spread the goals around. And so I guess they were hoping to do that in this game against Burnley. It didn't materialise. As we said, missing chances. But we do have to say that Pope in goal, Nicol, was fantastic. Came for some balls, made two great saves with his feet, made a great save from Hudson-Odoi with his right hand, and generally did everything to try and keep Chelsea at bay. So no question, he was Burnley's man of the match. And again, something that happens. A goalkeeper comes to your place, stands on his head, and pulls his team through.
Credit to Burnley. They've not had the best of season so far, but signs recently. I mean, Cornet, really good player, and I know Chris Wood went off just around the hour mark, but they kept plugging away, and that's one of those bonus points, isn't it? Because you don't think you're going to get anything when you go away to the top teams. Now it's up to them to try and build on that, because they're not a bad side.
Well, it's their DNA, especially at the so-called big boys. Going to Anfield, going to Stamford Bridge, wherever it may be, they have that mentality of, all right, we're the underdogs, but how great would it be for us to spoil the party? I mean, that's basically what they are. I'm not so sure they're capable of building anything. The truth is, Burnley play one way, and it's their way, and it's been successful for Sean Dyche and his boys over the last, 3 or 4 years, and they won't change it. Regardless of who they're playing, they try and do the same things. And that's their DNA. And that's, at the end of the season, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to pull them through. They don't care who the opposition is. They go about it their way. And above all, they never give in.
I've got some good fixtures coming up as well. Let's look bigger picture at the title now. It's been a good day for Manchester City, winning at Old Trafford, Chelsea dropping points. It could be a good day for either West Ham or Liverpool tomorrow, depending on what happens in that one. Right now, Chelsea with a 3-point lead over Man City. Liverpool can close the gap to 1 on Sunday if they win at West Ham. Who's the title favourites for you right now, Stevie?
Oh, you kidding? I don't think there is one. Listen, we've seen City losing recently. We've seen how good they were against Man United. We've seen Liverpool 2-up at home against Brighton, drawn 2-2. We've seen Chelsea drawn 1-1 with Burnley having gone ahead as well. Look, there's no question. It's one of those three teams are going to be Premier League champions this year. I defy anybody to turn around and say with any conviction that one of those three clearly is the favourite. Well, I can't answer your question. I don't know. Right now, I don't think there's a clear favourite, but there are three, in my opinion, three teams in the running for the Premier League title.
And that's fair. That's a decent answer. I mean, recently we've either had a runaway winner or we've had two teams going at it head-to-head. It's been a while since we kind of had three teams going at it right to the end of the season, but you're spot on as well. There's very little between the top three when they're at their best, is there?
No, they're all capable of being brilliant. They're all capable of making mistakes. They're all capable of dropping points. and that's why there are 3 of them in it. It just so happens that those 3 clearly are a step above the rest. But yeah, it's exciting to watch, and I hope it lasts the rest of the season.
Not to be for Chelsea today, they do get a point at home. It could have been more, but they do know that going into the international break, they will be top of the Premier League.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.